Hello there, everybody. How you doing? Connie Willis here. It is Connie Willis Live. We are back on YouTube again. It's been a while. I started around 2011, 2012, and then I guess I stopped at one point and then picked it back up again. And, we went through all the trials and errors and helped YouTube get to YouTube. If you remember those days a long time ago, when we were all struggling how to do this and shoot this and do it the way we want. It was a pretty tough little thing. And so I quit around the first time. Not really quit, I just put it aside and let the technology build and do some other ways to have some shows. And then came back around, I guess, I can't remember at what point I came back again to do some things. But then got so tired of all the copyright strikes when they weren't even real. I'm like, come on, I'm someone in radio and TV. I understand those copyright rules. And what do? They just throw it at you and just keep it going. Even though you appeal and win, it's just a constant fight. A lot of greed, and also a lot of people that were lying and cheating and doing everything the wrong way. You think that they take care of the good people. So anyway, I got tired of it. And here I am back again because I know AI is on the backside of it now. And I know because of that, there's a really good chance that this show can do what it should be doing because it's real. This is the show where you are going to get the truth, whether you like it or not. And if I can't answer your question because it's something that we just can't give you the answer to, that's just the way it is. I mean, if you are an actual experiencer, and by the way, let me know if you can hear me and see me so I'll know that everything's going well here. Because I'm not sure until you all tell me. So somebody say hello for sure, okay? That's why this show is different, because you're going to get the truth. I'm not here to give you a bunch of embellishments. And if I attempt to connect the dots, I will tell you, here's my theory. Here's my thought. This is what I think. Okay. The other ones don't do that. I mean, there's interviews and you listen, you let the other person tell their story, right? I get it. But with me, recognize the guests that I bring in, and then recognize how I speak back with them. You'll understand I have a knowledge of it. You'll understand they've got a knowledge of it or not. But I'm going to always do my best to bring on the people I know are truthful and really are onto something. That's on Coast to Coast AM as well as here. So that's who I am, Connie Willis of Coast to Coast AM, and yes, an experiencer. I came out July 25th, 2025. I think it was something like that, about a year ago, coming up. Came out about being an abductee, an experiencer, a lifer, as we like to call it. And because of that, that's why when some of you say, hey, I love when you're on. I love what you talk about. I love what you bring out in the guest. It sounds like you know a lot more. You're exactly right, and you're right on. And the reason why you like those conversations that I have on Coast or any of the other shows that you might know I do is because I'm just trying to get to the bottom line and to the truth. Because I want to know the truth. And there's so many people out there that embellish or connect the dots as if it's a human. These are human things. They're not. The things that we talk about, UFOs, aliens, disclosure, Bigfoot, all the different things, they connect in ways we don't understand. I'm pretty sure they're all connected, but they're not connected like we know it. So when you have people that connect dots and they don't tell you, hey, this is my theory, but it only fits together and sounds like this great storyline for you, back off a little bit, because it doesn't make sense. There are no stories. It doesn't come back around and make sense. It doesn't. So when you see someone with lower ratings or lower numbers, which I hope you guys subscribe so we can make the truth be the bigger station, because when you embellish and when you connect the dots, it's a story. All of a sudden it's a story that makes sense and we understand it. Now, the audience that's in here, you're much more hardcore than the people out there that really have no idea. And that's the bigger audience, right? They don't have any clue. So they like to hear that story and it makes sense. But it's not the truth. Because when you've seen these things, dealt with these things all your life or part of your life, or just once, you know that it makes no sense to us, that they're not us. We might be a part of them some way, but they're not us. So I hope that helps out. So we did so I'm just back with the show, and this is a series of Connie Willis Live. We did some stuff before starting this series, but this is where we started it on YouTube. We did some membership stuff. We did some live events. But here it is, Connie Willis Live on my Connie Willis Live YouTube channel. This is where I'd like for you to subscribe, tell your friends, pass it on, watch the whole thing, because then I can get the hours. And if you support me, I'll be able to stick around and do this and give it to you for free. Otherwise, I have paid memberships, Blue Rock Talk and Connie After Dark. They're great shows. People that join them, they're a paid membership, they stick around. We all have a good time. One of them is we talk about this kind of thing. And the other thing is Connie After Dark is where you can have a drink with me, and whatever happens there stays there, because a little drink in somebody, and we talk about subjects that you just never know what's going to happen. But no one ever has to worry about that ever getting out unless a judge orders it. That's it. That's all it is. Besides that, we have Project Creepy Hotspots, and that's where I take you on a live investigation, 4 days, 3 nights, up somewhere. And we got one coming up on the 10th is when it starts. That's a paid event. Absolutely. I am renting an RV, a special RV. I am getting the gear. I'm getting all the things needed to transmit it to you. We've got my guest that's here tonight, well, kind of a guest. I guess he's kind of more than that with the station, but you got Jim Penniston going to be there. You've got Walkin' Walt going to be there with me. Jim was at the last one, and it was really nice to get him to go to it, because he hadn't had any experiences since 1980 with the Rendlesham Incident, and he had some things happen. So this next upcoming one, it's going to be at the peak of the beauty of the Rocky Mountains. That's where we're going. And as long as there's no fires around us, we're good to go. There's a lot that goes on up there, and it'll be wonderful temperatures for us too. It's not too cold that way, but we'll probably be anywhere from 7 to 11,000 feet. And if you finally want to go for the first time to search for, well, we don't search for anything. They come to us. It's Bigfoot. There's the mitten people. And I know that's new to you. It's new to me. Lights in the sky, sparkles, orbs, all that kind of stuff. If you want to experience that with us, I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. And so far, we've been doing it 5-6 years. We have had activity every time. So there you go. That's an abductee thing. They just like you. That's what happens. I'm sure our guests will talk about that too. Hey, my Win Any Lottery course is also there. You can take, if you're good with your intuition and a pendulum, then hey, get my Win Any Lottery course, win the jackpot, and let me know you won it. Otherwise, this is Connie Willis Live. Thanks for being here. Hit the subscribe button, and let's just do this. So tomorrow night, we're going to be back on at the same time with Connie Willis Live. And what we're going to do, Jim will be back with me too, who I'm about to bring up. And we're going to be talking about with Q&A and discussion. Okay, so then you can ask anything you want. Otherwise, we're going to be talking tonight about the witness's perspective of disclosure. And yesterday, or Friday night, it was disclosure and through the eyes of an experiencer. And you know what? I'll bring up, well, basically it was a short show, and then we talked about other things. But an experiencer will tell you, one of us will tell you, disclosure will happen when ET wants it to be disclosed. It's not our government. It's not anybody else. Most of you already know it's real, so you don't need the government to tell you anyway. those people out there that need the government to tell them, I don't know what to say about them, but look up in the sky yourself. Go out into the woods and the forest yourself. Go to these places where you know there's activity and see it all for yourself. But as an experiencer, we all know that that it'll happen when the ET are ready for it and nobody else. That's just the way it is. Okay, so let's bring up our guest that's with us tonight, and he'll be here tomorrow night as well. And this is 1980, the Rendlesham UFO Incident. You guys know about that. The UK's Roswell, Bentwater, Jim Penniston. Well, that's who we're bringing up. His book and his link to his website are all below. And there he is, Mr. Jim Penniston. Jim Daddy here.
Oh.
It says Jim Daddy at the bottom.
Congratulations on the bringing back the YouTube.
Thank you. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. There's a lot that goes into it. People have no idea. But that's how it is with all shows, right? It just takes a lot to do. It's nice when you work at a radio station like Coast to Coast, where you have crew and engineers and salespeople, hundreds and hundreds. Premier Network, come on, the number one syndicated network. You can't do any better than that, right?
No.
So
you make it look easy, Connie. You make it look easy.
Do I?
Well, that's a professional,
Give it a shot. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. So you want to tell people why you're called Jim Daddy? What's that about? I'm not sure I know that story.
That goes back to the Blue Rock Talk, your signature
show.
Thank you. And you have names for everybody, and it's I think it derives. I don't know if there's a pattern to it. Everybody's got these bizarre names. Some of them are. But I ended up with Jim Daddy, and the only person I know that doesn't have one yet is Connie Willis.
Hey, it's branded already. It's branded.
Yeah.
I've got another name. It's a married name. See, that's just my brand.
Okay.
How's that? Yeah. Well, maybe one day or something like that. So that's what I always said. I always said to when I first got into radio, people go, well, you going to change your name? I'm like, why? Well, you want to stay private, right? I'm like, okay. So I was either going to be Connie Cash or Connie Fever, right? So KRP in Cincinnati, or, Johnny Cash. Come on, man. He's the best. So I went on the air and I would try to do Connie Cash, or I'd try to do Connie Fever. I couldn't do it. I just kept saying my name because I would go, this is Connie Willis. Oh, shoot. I'm supposed to say it's something else. I couldn't do it. So I thought, I'm always going to have Connie Willis. And one day I'll be married, and then it'll be an actual radio name because I'll take the other name. So that's how I look at it.
Oh.
But any thoughts to that? I'll let you go, so people will know how you are outside of Rendlesham.
Oh, well, that's a good plan, I think. That's
okay.
Okay. Sounds
All
perfect, right. Actually. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what I said? Okay. I'm not sure if you heard that one, but that's okay. So Jim Daddy, he got his name one day because somebody said Daddy, or somebody was saying Mommy, and then Jim was Daddy, so now he's Jim Daddy. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Like, Mommy, somebody called me Mommy. Don't be calling me Mommy. That was like crazy. Okay. So Jim and I are really, really good friends. We've known each other for decades. And we've decided that we're going to do a lot of stuff in the future together because we have both experienced stuff. You've experienced stuff in 1980. And when you did with the Rendlesham incident, it was 45 years later. I find, it's hard to get Jim on a on an interview. Okay, you guys, it's really hard to get Jim on an interview, and he's very picky, and he's always taking care of me. I got to kind of get on him a little bit, but when he gets on, we have a really good time, and we both trust each other with integrity and character about what's going to happen. But at one point, I had to get him to a creepy hotspot because I was like, "Look, you got to do this. You haven't seen anything since 1980. Come on!" And so he did go with me. And was that the first time you experienced anything again?
Yes, that was the first time since Rendlesham. Yeah. Um, Actually, I was going there, and I assumed in my head, in my mind, that it was going to happen to you because it seems like you always have occurrences.
Mhm.
And so I said, "Oh, this will be great. I'll be able to watch it. I'll be able to, see maybe what she sees." You know, I thought that was going to be the situation, but it wasn't. So it was yeah, it was I kept trying to process. I remember I was on the Blue Rock Talk and Connie After Dark. I kept saying when it was brought up, I said, "Oh, I'm still trying to process this. I'm still trying to process because it was a lot. There was a lot of information coming into me, and um, yeah, most of it was good, uh, but I don't think I was ready to deal with it again. So
So
uh,
so you're saying you did have things happen. It wasn't that you saw things happen with me. You saw things happen with both of us at the same time, seeing the same thing, hearing the same thing. Like that's what, uh, it's hard to get that across with people. And I do believe that you can have 5 people in a field and only 2 people will see something and the other 3 won't. I do believe that happens all the time with
right,
Bigfoot, with ET, all that kind of stuff. But when you go with me, I thank you God, but you'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll hear it. I'm not a lot of
mm,
people will lie about that, right? They'll be like, "I'm the only one out of 35 people that saw and heard this," and for this 10-minute dissertation from an alien standing there with a spotlight or something. You know, you just gotta have discernment with people, right? Because they will embellish and lie and create a story, and next thing you know, they're the ones that are making 200,000 a month. I know you know that.
yeah, and also it was the first time that I had somebody else with me that I was experiencing, and they were seeing the same thing, feeling the same thing as I was. I didn't have that at Rendlesham,
Yeah,
just what you just said about it. I mean, sometimes uh, we can go into it about you like the bubble, I call it the sphere of influence. I mean, we all
right.
have it's the same thing. Uh, it
It's in
could,
the atmosphere of them is what he's talking about, in the atmosphere of them,
uh,
which changes everything.
it does, it does. Um, and so I went up there with the belief that, geez, I'm gonna have a great show because here's Connie. She's like a magnet with this phenomena, and I was going to see stuff in that, and all of a sudden I was there experiencing the same thing. I wasn't
I was
prepared.
so happy.
I wasn't prepared. I don't. I says, man, I just couldn't believe that I was with somebody that we were both experiencing the stuff at the same time. I think
And
that
I
was
know people came after you the whole time since 1980, with the Penniston Code and everything else. I am sure everybody wants to not only get a hold of you and hear the story and put it on their show and all that kind of stuff, but they also want you to go with them on their things. I'm absolutely sure you got that, and I'm sure that you went on some. But I'm happy to know that the next time you did, it was authentic from somebody authentic, and you had things happen.
well, it makes all the difference in the world. And you had brought it up earlier that you you came out. It sounds so bad when you say came out.
I know it.
Uh, it was July 25th. You said I knew
Something
I
like
knew
that.
I knew it was in the summer, and and I'm a regular listener of you on Coast to Coast AM anyway.
Thank you.
I try to catch as many as I can. Um,
You try to stay
uh,
awake for as many as you can. That's the second thing, right?
well,
Thank you. I
yeah,
know it's tough
yeah.
hours. I know it's tough hours.
It is on Central Time. It's worse, but you know what? It's probably worse on Eastern. I don't know how they
Yes.
do it.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, yeah. So when you came out with that, though, the thing was, I got a double take with you. You're on radio, but I'm double taking it. I'm going, wait a minute. Oh, a couple things she mentioned I haven't talked about, but she's describing precisely two of the things that were at Rendlesham.
Yeah.
And I says, wow, she's the real deal.
And I would see your eyes. You'd look at me like, well, he's looking right into me right now. What's that? Now, I think you changed it to like a total of 4 or 5 now
It is.
things.
It's let's see, it's at 5, but the more I talk to you or around you, um, it's like you got the whole picture. I'm like, oh, okay. Uh, and if anybody is not being uh,
Sincere.
open, well, open
Well,
anyway about it, I'm still closed with some of the stuff because I had to over the years. I'm like, okay, I have nothing to prove this with, but this is my thoughts, this is my feelings, this is what happened, this is what I experienced. And you actually brought that out where I could actually talk about that, to be honest with you.
nice.
Uh, yeah, but it had to be a fellow experiencer. And so uh, anyway, that's why I do shows with you. That's why we're friends, and that's the whole key to it. I mean, and I believe me, I met a lot of people over 45 years, and I haven't. None of them even mentioned some of the uniqueness of this phenomena, especially when you're inside this um, bubble or the sphere of influence. Uh, I mean, you had it down from the lighting to the
Mhm.
feelings to a step beyond. Uh, the other thing that helped me a lot was finally after from '93 or '94 when I did the regression. Uh, I don't know how it is with your regression. I do pretty much, but uh, when hear the regression, you go through it and you're going, yeah, check, 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 check. You're going like that.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it reconfirms everything that you actually knew anyway, but you sort of suppressed it, I guess. I'm not really sure about that one. Uh,
They take it away, man. They hide it on you. They want it to be hidden. They don't want it to be known. I can never say that one word, clandestine. It's like a secret to keep it a secret, a big, dark secret, clandestine.
could
Come on, you can do
oh
it.
my
Come
God,
on, I can't do it. David Jacobs would say it all the time, and I'd try to say it, and he would say it for me. Clandestine. What? Somebody write it in there and write it phonetically.
yeah, and help out both of us because
Yeah, Caladestin. Was that? That was closer, right? Calestion. Oh, come on, you guys, help us out. Help us out. Help us out. Oh man.
you mean
Um,
does it mean harmful? Is
no,
what
it's
you
it's just secret, deep, dark secret. Calestidine, Calestine. Somebody help, please. There's a delay, so they haven't heard us say it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, let's
Um,
move on. Let's move on
yeah,
from that word then.
yeah, okay. Hopefully, y'all will help us out. Cadestaline. Oh, it's a huge, perfect word, and So anyway, with the regression that you were talking about, I have purposely not listened to it. As you know, you've offered it several times, and we were like, no, let's do a show with it. Let's do it openly. We're not, and that's what we want to do in the future right here on Connie Willis Live. So right before we get into the disclosure, all this stuff is a part of it, you guys. This is, if we didn't have our background, we wouldn't feel like we could even talk about what we thought of disclosure. Okay, so it's because of we have found each other's experiency stuff, and the personalities and everything are like, yep, we have the same desires, wants, dislikes, likes, all that kind of stuff. And we like good food as well, so that kind of helps too. But it was great that he went up on the creepy hotspot with us. And again, it's a 4-day, 3-night expedition, basically live and virtual. If you're interested in going, we're going to go on another one on the 10th. And it's going to be perfect because of weather. We don't have to stay in so much because it'll be really nice temperatures. It's going to be nice. We'll be cooking out, campfire, and having a good time. And we broadcast live, and we let you know what we see and feel and hear. And let me tell you, what he's talking about on the last one, it was disturbing, actually. You can look at it that way. All of the things that happen, you can look at it in a disturbing way, or because you can't go down the rabbit hole too much because it'll drive you nuts. You can't do it. Those of us that have been taken all our lives, you can't do it, or you're going to freak out. You can't go too deep with your thoughts. You can know what happened, but you can't go too deep because a lot of people take their lives, Jim. But the things that happened with us that last time, I got some more thoughts about it. And basically, you guys, because you can go back and see it and watch it and just know this. We had Bigfoot around us. We had something I call the mitten people. And I have learned even more about the mitten people. And they are bold. They are, I think, sinister-ish. Not that they hurt us or anything, but they just are aggressive and they want to get in. And then when they get in, I was thinking they got into the RV. I was thinking that they may have come in the one vent in the bathroom that you said was open. That's how we heard the sounds all throughout. And then I think when they decided to leave, because maybe it wasn't that easy to go through the bathroom vent, or at one point I know I was trying to shut it, and we had the door shut. So I'm thinking maybe they opened up the door and the window to get out because they could open it from the inside, right? So I think they snuck through. That's what they did. There's something out there, you guys, I call the mitten people. It's black. It's a round head, thin neck, thin arms. The hands are like mittens. That's why I call them the mitten people. They're blacker than black. So those of you that have said that you've seen something blacker than black, this is it. And it moves up and down and sideways, and it's crazy, and it listens, and you can hear it walk around where you are the whole time, and they try to get in. One of the times, they literally took the door of the RV and went like the doorknob to the RV, the camper, like that. I couldn't believe it. John Bond was out there with us, and anyway, we got lots of stories, and I think those have been around ever since I went to the Sierras in California. So anyway, we've had some really good stuff, and I'm glad you went through it, Jim. I do know that at one point I was kind of disappointed because I didn't think there was enough activity.
Oh my goodness! I still can't get over that. I was like, she was saying that to me in the camper on the way back, and she goes, "I don't know what." I'm a little bit disappointed. I goes, "What? What?" We had okay. The chances of any kind of exposure with this intelligence, whatever kind label you want to put on it, there were several types of intelligence out there, though.
Yeah.
There's it was just I think chances of that happening is probably 1 in a billion, a zillion, or whatever.
I guess so. I don't know.
and you get up there and it's usually a lot more active. I went,
this is enough.
I don't need any more. I mean, I'm trying to traverse all the hair all the hair turns on those roads on the way back, and you're talking
Oh,
about,
yeah.
and I'm thinking about that, and go, eh, oh no, I couldn't handle that. Oh no,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just well, I think it was so active, it was just bizarre.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, it didn't make any difference even, where were we at? It was really, really bizarre because we did move, our site
Yeah,
to
at one point.
another location,
Yeah.
same thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think it sort of followed us that I I I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
yeah, the f
Well, we stopped in Steamboat, right? We went into Steamboat area, so we're in Northern California. No, we're in Northern
yeah,
Colorado. That's like where it first started, and it always starts in California, man. It always starts in California. Anyway, sorry, that's a hippie joke, right, or something. I don't even know what that means, but when we went to Steamboat, we still heard some of the knocks, right? And then when we went back to the area where we could go where we didn't have to worry about a signal because we weren't broadcasting anymore. I think it actually didn't do it there, maybe one night or maybe the next night or something because I think we remember
yeah,
it's not happening and it should because we kept thinking it was the heater. We were trying to put it to something technical and we
yeah.
never could. And we had all the same stuff. We're like, not happening, right? Just crazy.
No, we ran all those scenarios through our head,
Yeah.
and then I'll tell you right now, when I went to Steamboat, the heater wasn't on there. I mean,
It was one of the nights.
in Steamboat?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's why we heard
yeah,
it, or in the
okay.
day or something. It was chilly still, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was a few
But,
people with shorts on. Those are the true Coloradans
yeah, that's
and
bizarre
flip-flops.
too.
Those people are messed up. They're high. They're high.
They must be, I don't
They're high. They're totally high.
Yeah, so anyway, it was like, experiences on steroids up there. Yeah, that's the way I took it, but and then,
Yeah.
of course, Connie, who I call the magnet, because it was just she said, "Oh, it wasn't that
Yeah,
much
I was
going on."
sorry. I know, I was so sorry for you. I was like, "I'm
Yeah.
sorry."
I
You're
s
like, "What?"
No, I was like, "That's enough. I
Yeah.
don't
Well, let's
there
go.
yeah, and I'll tell you what's really the beauty of this, you've got this, creepy hotspots that, anybody in pretty much it can
Can sign up
buy
for it and
sign up for that, and they
yeah.
get boots on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what, I was actually reacting with some of the people that were boots on the ground virtually, and, I tell you what, they're wonderful people. They got me through some things out there, and,
Oh,
it's
the people in the live chat, the paid members in the live
oh,
chat. Is that
yeah,
what you mean?
that yes, that was
Is that what you're talking about? Okay.
I guess it was. I was
Yeah.
believe me, I don't know where it was coming from because I was just
Deb and Walt, yeah, because he was
yeah.
running away from, wolves at one point. 3 wolves, he ran back into the truck.
And now I'm thinking, are they wolves? Was that what I was seeing?
Ooh.
I don't know. See, I says,
Oh.
"Well, looked like 4 legs." I says, but is that what I said, "First of all, wolves are usually lone creatures. I mean, you don't have 3 of them walking in the same line usually."
Mhm.
And then you told me that they had released, some wolves up there, I
Yeah.
guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they still, then I was thinking, "Well, maybe they're scoping us out for dinner or something," you know?
Yeah. And he
And
ran
that
back in.
I ran back in. Yeah, I had nothing to defend myself with except, I wanted to get inside that
I
camper.
know it. You
Get
know, it's so
inside the
funny.
truck.
Sorry. It's so funny because so many people are, uh the real concern are the animals that might attack you or eat you or whatever, and the real concern is, people, humans that are crazy out there. It's not the other things, they're not if they take you, they bring you back. That's really all you can say about that, and that might have happened to us while we were out there.
I'm
What do you
thinking it.
think?
I
I am
I
too.
I
Yeah.
suspected highly. Yeah. I
Sorry.
didn't have time. I didn't have time. All I know is I had the greatest night's sleep I think I had in a long time. But
Yeah,
we
it's a
but
good sign. Yeah.
what do we I
That you're
I
thinking.
think I went to bed, I don't know, 2 in the morning? I don't know. It was late, and maybe 3, and, then we got up at around 7, I guess, and I was
7?
maybe 7,
It
8.
might have
I mean,
been. I don't know.
yeah, whenever it got light, I don't know what it was at that time in April, but, I was like, "Man, I'm really rested. I had a great night's sleep, and I've only had a few hours. I don't know how I can have a great night's sleep." That's the only suspicion I had.
Yeah, and that is one of the traits. You feel great the next
Feel
morning.
great.
You feel great,
Mhm, mhm.
and you feel that for about it's like their spell. I call it their spell, and it'll feel good for about 2.5 weeks,
Yeah.
and then at one point it starts bugging you and bugging you more because your subconscious is in there going, something happened, think about it," and that's what happened. Then you know these are some of the signs. These are just some of the signs.
Yeah, but the trouble with me is, like, I'm not, in the same category as you. I mean, you're what, a lifer? Uh,
Lifer.
uh, you've had these experiences since you're a little girl, and, to me, it was like,
Hold tight.
oh. Yeah, for me, it was different because I was like, "Oh, no, I had anything close to this. This is for 45 years," and
Yeah.
there were so many similarities, it was scary. It
Well, the
was
thing is, if you take somebody that's not open to it, that you don't think they're gonna like, there's gonna be nothing happening. I knew it was gonna be good with you because I know enough about your, um, regression, just enough to know that it was real. So at that point, it's like, okay, they're gonna recognize that you've been taken before. I just feel that way. I don't have any proof that that's what they think or anything, but I absolutely know in my mind that they know if you've been taken or not. They know who you are. They know everything about you. And I do think it's like what you say.
Yeah.
If you're somebody taken, they'll come up to you for sure.
Now, I wasn't asleep on the Rendlesham UFO, but after my experience around the craft, I was revitalized. I mean, I was full of energy and, didn't
Uh,
feel like
'Cause you were taken. So you guys so he touched the ship, right? He goes up, they're thinking it's gonna be carnage and a plane wreck, and then they go, and then there it is, this UFO, a cool looking one. Oh, I should have had the picture of what you've got set up, but we can do that another show. We got plenty. But he touches it, and then at one point he touches it and he gets the Penniston code he gets ones and zeros put in his head, but he had 45 minutes of missing time. And so that's where you came back
how
to
do I
review.
know that? How do I know that? Well, that's because my watch was
Yeah,
45 minutes off from the, Central Security Control. They had, like, Zulu time and all those time things, and they were
right.
all that one time, same time. My watch was the same. I went, "Man," I says, how does that happen?" You know,
You
and
knew nothing about this stuff before, so you didn't even
none
think about missing time or any of that or
nothing like that.
yeah.
No, I think I did an interview with Peter Jennings one time, and one of the
Cool.
questions. Yeah, I love them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this public. I think I've said this before, but, Connie is, I get the purity and the greatness of questions that her and Peter Jennings were just so good at it, and I think her and him are actually, probably brother and sister from another mother or something like that. I don't know, but, really your style
Nice.
is very, very similar, and, I think I know I told you that, but
You have, it made me feel great. I mean, that's very nice. Thank you. That's a
uh,
compliment. I appreciate it.
yeah, yeah, he was a wonderful man, and, I think what I like is that it's like a half hour before the shoot. It's like, let's sit down, let's talk, let's get a cup of coffee. You want a roll? You know, you want a Danish? I mean, and we just shot. We talked about everything
Yes.
except what we're going to talk about. We talked
That
about everything else. His family, my family, that. You know,
that's
we're talking about.
right. That's right.
And
That's what you do.
yeah, great guy. Anyway, that's one of the things I noticed. I think maybe my first interview with you might have been, I don't know, 15 years ago. I don't know what, 13 maybe it was, and 14 or 14, 2014, 13. I can't remember.
Neither of us had a gray hair in our head at that time.
That's true. That
Right.
is true. I got plenty.
I remember
Great.
you, yeah, for a different color. Yeah, all right.
The lighting's really that lighting is actually, it doesn't show all the white
It's
hair.
very helpful. Exactly.
Um, yeah, but also, why don't you tell them how we
Also,
met? Why don't you tell how we met,
how did we
Connie?
meet?
It was a long time ago.
I just remember being at a event, and I was trying to ask people. It was a conference outside of Philly,
Yep. Yep.
and I I remember talking to Travis a lot, Travis Walton, and he was at a conference, and it's all the same kind of people that travel around. And I don't know if that's the same time I was with James Fox running around too, and we were having a good time. He's great. He's a great guy. But at one point you were around, and I don't, I think I asked you for an interview at one point. I don't know. We talked a little bit. Then I remember I'm talking to Nick Pope, and then you come up, and somebody else came up, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I remember that. But then I remember another time you walked by, and I kept going, "There's something about that guy. There's something about that guy. What is it about that guy?" I didn't know what it was, but there was something about you. And then this is all in the same time. At one point, you came up, and you were kind of catty cornered to me. It was just you and I. You were kind of catty cornered to me. It was just both of us, and you were like standing almost like at attention. You always were either. I
Yeah.
always remember you with a uniform or a suit. You were always the best dressed one.
Oh, thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, at
That's
any
nice.
event. Yeah, you were that guy. You were that guy. You weren't a lot of the other people that, it's like the same old thing. You were like, "I'm ready. Let's go. Let's tell it. Let's make it happen."
I can't remember the exact conversation, but we I remember you. So,
Yeah. Oh,
but
so I had all the visuals and remember that. You don't remember any of that.
I I don't know. Those are like, usually at those early days, I go and do my speech and on there, and I just leave. I just get the hell off that stage as fast as I
Right.
could.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I'm like, "I gotta go."
And I don't. I usually didn't stop, but the thing was, I did stop, and I hopefully I never promised you an interview. I never did that.
I don't remember. I just
I
remember
hope.
thinking there's something about this guy. There's something, but we're best of friends,
Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, we exchange
Yeah.
recipes and stuff like that. So, and eventually we'll get to taste your tomato sauce for spaghetti or spaghetti sauce. Um, so anyway, what we're doing in the future, Jim's got like one more interview with, he's going to do it with Gary Anderson. And
Yes.
then he and I are doing all the interviews. We're going to do all interviews together. We're going to be here on Connie Willis Live, and we're going to be talking about things and we love questions. Tomorrow night we're going to do that for sure, all questions. But we love questions, and that's why I put all this together. We've been doing it outside where you pay to do it. We're going to do it here free, but you got to help us. You got to hit subscribe. You got to pass that on to other people, and you got to just watch it, because those views and all that allow me to get AdSense, which allows me to make money off of it. So you don't have to pay, but you will see commercials, because that's the way it works. That's just the way it works. I know people, I see commercials. That's how it works. It's got to, I've been doing it for fun for too long. I need to eat. So anything else you want to say before we get into it?
No, go ahead.
Oh, come on. You had a thought.
I did, but I'm gonna keep it to
I
myself.
know. Come on.
No,
Come on.
no. Uh,
Adjust a few things there. There we go. Go ahead.
well, let's see. When we were up at Steamboat,
Mm.
we did have the chance. It was like we had a little break right between before went to the other site.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
have some civilization for a little bit. We needed like a hot shower, even though we have one on the RV, but we needed just get some food at the restaurants and check out Steamboat.
yeah, that kind of thing. It's like a little refresher.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of the things that we went out for dinner, and it was a lovely place. I can't remember the name of it. I would love to be able to give them a plug.
There's only like
And
2 or 3 steak houses there. I think it's just it was one of the steakhouses.
it
Don't tell
was,
everybody our secret. You don't want it to be packed where we can't get in the future.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It was pretty nice, and that was in April
It's
when
real
it was chilly,
yeah,
but that's
yeah,
you
it's
know,
really nice.
yeah, great food. It was really good, and that was like the energizer, in between going from one
Yeah,
site to another.
yeah,
That really helped a lot. And I'm thinking, all right, we're going back out for that second area, which was a little harder to get to,
yeah,
as far as terrain. Um, and I was thinking, okay, nothing else can happen. Okay,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Don't ever
Well,
think that, man. Not
no,
up there, not with me, and with you. They like you too.
they love you. I'm telling you. No,
They're
it's like, I don't, Connie, she takes it to a step farther because she actually, does verbal communication with them, and she goes out into the forest there, and she, lets them see her, and this is in the daylight hours and, stuff like
that's
that,
right.
and, yeah, I don't
Not at
see,
night.
I've never seen you go out at night like that, no, but, I wouldn't either. Okay.
Well, before we get into the disclosure, which is, it's this tiny, you guys, because once you are in it, like from this side, disclosure is just like there's one answer for it, and people that discuss it for hours and hours and hours and hours, it's like they're not a part of it. When you're a part of it, you get it, and it's just it'll happen when the ET want it. So that's really the show. But we want to talk about some witness stuff. But getting back to what you were saying about being on that creepy hotspot like that, um, I don't remember what I was going to say, but I'm going to pull up something really good. So I'm really like cool about it. Nobody knows. But then, you know, at night, a lot of people, they think, you know, and I'm asking you because you're the man, the only one that any of us all know that literally touched and manhandled. It wasn't like a little touch on the UFO. It was you like slid your hands around it, up, down. You did all this kind of stuff even before you touched the stuff. The
The stuff, yeah.
what are they called? What do you
Look,
call them?
I call them glyphs because I couldn't
Okay,
determine what they
what
were.
they were exactly. So all of that stuff, that's brave. You're the bravest, most courageous man I know to do that. So you're very special, or they wanted you to do it, and you did it because you were curious, or they made you do that. That's what they wanted you to do. Because I don't know anybody that would even think to do what you did. But before you talk about that, so when I go to these things, I'm scared. I know the Bigfoot are out there. I know even if they come by to put up a handprint to say hi, Connie, that kind of thing. I know what's out there. I know how big they are, but there's other things out there too. Many other things. The Mitten People, Larry the Light Man. If you watch any of my shows, you guys would know who these things are. They're things we've never seen. We happen to just catch. And my shows are not about catching anything. They're about getting them to come in and communicate and make that contact with us. Let us know that, hey, hey, we're here. We know you are. Here's a handprint. Here's something we left. Here's, we're going to push you and move you around, whatever. Um, but it's scary. And even in the day, you can go, whoa, I got to get inside. But at night, it's pitch black and it is intimidating. I'm not sure what the word is because, Jim, we can't be too afraid because we're there. Okay. But it's still intimidating. But people say, hey, you shouldn't be this. You shouldn't be scared like that. What's wrong with you? What do you say to that? Because I know you were happy we were inside and locked up in the inside of the vehicle.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, I don't know if I want to call it fear at the time,
Yeah.
but okay, I'm at a loss for words on this. But I think we had common sense, a lot of it. Like, let's not push it, you know.
True. We got
You
them where
know,
we want them. That's good enough.
yeah, and we can do it from in here safely. Uh,
Yeah.
and well, the other thing is, I'm sure you were 100% right. If we would have opened the door, went outside, I don't know, I just would have ended it. I don't think it would have, you know.
No. Oh, you do? No. Oh, well, we can try that next time.
Well, it just
I
might
don't
be
think it's going to do
over.
what you think. No, I don't think so.
You don't
I
think
don't
so,
think so.
huh?
No, no, I
Man,
don't think so.
wow,
I don't think so. Yeah. I think
wow.
they'd go, woo, look at this dude. Look at this dude. He's got some brass one. Is brass the best ones to have? What are the best steel ones? Marble? What's the best ones to have? What are the anybody y'all tell me? Whatever the best ones are to have, that's what you got. So if you went
Uh,
out there, yeah, yeah.
well,
But
I was out there in that chair that night,
with
and I
the
was out,
wolves, yeah,
yeah, and I seen that, and but I tell you what, I
he
was
was
not,
in.
yeah, I was not comfortable out there. No.
No,
Uh, was I fearful? Not really fearful, but I was aware. I was concentrating on every little thing that was going on around me.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, looking for movement, anything like that, because I wanted to see it first. Whatever. I didn't want them to see me first. That was it.
Oh, they saw you.
I know. I know. I know.
They saw you, no doubt. It was great because we just got there and basically, uh, some things happened and he felt it. I felt it. He felt it. I was like, "Oh, good. He felt it. Good, good, good."
But
Because with
but
the
to say
Bigfoot,
you're
you can
not,
feel the Bigfoot. You can feel them.
yeah. But to say you're not, it's not fearful. I mean, there's got to be another word for this, Connie. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the word is. I don't want to use the word fear out there.
It's well, if you look up bravery and courage, well, I think one of them or maybe both of them, it says, it's fearful, but you still do it. You're not running. And, it's intimidating. Something's gonna be 12 to you don't know how big they're gonna be, what they're gonna be, what they're gonna do, what they're
Or
gonna say.
maybe, yeah, maybe it's just our need to know more is so
It's
great.
it kind of feels home-like around them. It feels like when at one point you feel well, I feel at home at that area, which is interesting, but then you wanna converse, you wanna have that friendship and that relationship, and where people don't get it in the world of the UFO and disclosure and all that kind of stuff. And those of you out there that will see this at one point, not the regulars that know who I am and know who Jim is, and that we are being honest and truthful for you, and you guys also have studied this yourselves too. It's the people outside that are trying to learn a little bit about it. Let me tell you, don't ever down the people that are in the Bigfoot world. Stop it, because they're the only ones, and they're in that group, they're the only ones that will communicate with us, and you can have a relationship. There's many people that see them on a daily basis or a weekly basis, saying hello, having communion with each other. There's more than probably two handfuls that I know of personally that people talk to me about, and also that's what I'm looking for. I don't have millions of dollars to get that particular home, the Blue Rock Chateau, we're going to call it, but or even the RV that's $250,000 that instead of renting it. But that's what I'm working toward, is that relationship, that daily relationship. And so those are the people out there that boo-hoo, oh, those are a bunch of drunk mountain people up there seeing these things that are not real. Those of you that are here that are like that, let me tell you, you have no idea. They're the ones in between. They're the ones that will make that connection, and we'll learn whatever else we want to learn. They know who we are. We don't not sure who they are, but they know who we are, and they can give you any answer. They've been around here a long time.
And I bet you there's people listening and say, okay, we're almost an hour into it. We haven't talked about disclosure.
Oh, I'm sure, because I got one
That's
on. I
not.
got.
I'm
That's
going
not
to
it.
say something though. I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you what.
Go
What
for it.
you've been hearing between Connie and I is disclosure. That's what it is. We're telling from our experiences
The
what
witness
we've seen,
perspective.
what we felt, what we've seen, and that is disclosure coming. That's
That's
real
right.
disclosure.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, were we going to get into the disclosure part? I guess, or there's some
Yeah.
other.
Well, I don't know if I'm. You guys. I got a. At one point, I was diagnosed with CRVO. It's like almost like a mini stroke in the back of your eye. And there's like inflammation, and what they do is they take a needle and squirt it in right into your eye. It's like Twilight Zone, and then they put in something that takes the inflammation down. And you got to do it every 4 weeks, every 8 weeks, every whatever. I just got it about 3-4 hours ago. So at one point, I might put on my shades because it's killing me, and that's why if I'm doing a lot of weird stuff with my eyes, it's not the
Just,
norm.
just put them on, Connie. Go.
You know
Just
what?
go.
It's not a good idea to have your eyes doing funky things when you talk about this, because the people that are not real and they don't understand, they're going to be like, look at her eyes. She's like looking all over the place and stuff. She's messed up. I am messed up. That's what, yeah. Anyway, I'll kind of go off to the side and wipe my eye and everything because it tears down.
Yeah.
I'm crying, Jim Daddy. I'm crying, man.
Yeah. That's well, it's a needed procedure, and
Yeah, it's
but
not fun.
that doesn't make it fun. No.
No, it hurts too. It's like the numbness is gone. So it's like, ah. But okay, so let's go to exactly what it says on our description, and that is discussing disclosure, because that's the big deal right now, and through the eyes of a witness. Yesterday, or Friday, you heard it with Experiencer, part one. Those of you just getting this one, go back to part one, and then tomorrow's going to be part three. This one is through the eyes of a witness. Now, keep in mind this, as an experiencer, you're also a witness. Okay, so I don't need to say anything. Jim can. He's a star witness. He didn't have anything happening before, never even thought of anything, I don't think. I think that's what you said before.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden you're in it. So tell us about, disclose. Well, first of all, what do you feel about disclosure? When's it going to happen?
I agree with you, your belief. I believe that it will only happen if they want it to happen. I'm talking about the entities, the intelligence. It's not going to happen like from a government or something like that. I mean, look at the track record so far. Okay, we had top secret stuff. Files, my statements, film, audio of the radio net that night, all this stuff, and that was all flown to the Pentagon. It's there. That's where it's at. I know for a fact it's there. I'll tell you why. Um, Colonel Highbush, who came back out, replaced a major who was a squadron commander, called me in his office 2 days later, and he said, I'm a new squadron commander. Oh, by the way, they replaced a major with a colonel. That's not usually the way it works, okay? I know, and anyway, it's in the Rendlesham Enigma book. But he says, sit down. He shut all the doors. He introduced himself, and he says, yeah, I'm your new squadron commander and all that. He says, I'm here to help you. I read your statement. The 4-page legal paper I wrote out, he read it at the Pentagon. So they did get it. they got the statement. So I said,
Wow.
wow, that's the one I described everywhere. And I knew that he read it because he's coming back with stuff from that statement.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
said, yeah. And he also says, I'm, besides being a squadron commander, he said, I'm here to help you if you need anybody to talk to, if you have any problems, blah, 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 all that. So there are some facts that came out with that. But why isn't that disclosed? Okay, you do these information every time they've done an information dump. By the way, my first thing when I type it on the internet, nothing burger, nothing burger, nothing burger, nothing burger. How do I know that? Well, first of all, they're always unclassified.
What's nothing burger? What's that?
Oh, there's nothing there. There's nothing wherever they're releasing is nothing there.
So why is burger in there? Can't you just
Oh,
say
it's
nothing?
yeah, it's just the same. And
Oh,
anyway,
is that like
yeah,
an old person's term, or is that a military term, or is that
no,
a
I
hip
think it's
one and I don't know it?
no, I think it's the old person thing. I don't
Okay, all
know.
right, okay.
That's why you wouldn't know it because you're so young. And yeah, it's old people stuff. Well, I'm
Cool.
pretty sure it is. I don't
Thank
know,
you. I'm the young
but
one here.
but
Yay.
I would type it all in, and every time nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. There's nothing happening, nothing, nothing. I mean, this is 5 minutes after I released it. Nothing coming out. I know it. It's
Mm,
unclassified. Nothing unclassified. And believe me, okay, the military, DOD, or wherever they call it nowadays, uh, when they release information, um, they, they misplace stuff. They put it in another place, and all of a sudden it's like classified or or it's restricted. Instead of releasing all that stuff, it's worthless video. Worthless. I mean, okay, it might be a balloon, it might be a drone, it might be this. That's pretty cool, Connie.
thanks, man. I
You got
was
a cool look.
hoping. Okay. All right. Thanks.
You got a Blues Brother look there, man. Okay.
That's right. It's Billy Joel. That's supposed to be Billy Joel.
Oh, that's supposed to be Billy Joel. I'm
Well,
so sorry.
that's what I thought. I'm
Okay.
a Billy fan. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So my belief, my thoughts, based on people I talk to, and we still talk about it. First of all, um, if it's I don't want to go there yet, but let's just talk about classified information. Well,
Okay.
usually top secret information, 30 years, and then it's reviewed. And usually when it's reviewed, it goes, some guy goes, stamp, another 30 years. That's what they do, like the Kennedy files.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this keeps dragging on usually. When they downgrade information, that's the time for them to downgrade it. 30-year mark for top secret. I think it's uh, 5 or 10 for secret. Secret is pretty not really very sensitive. The other thing, and the reason I don't believe in the disclosure in DC, under DOD 5200 dot whatever it is, it governs all the classified information, how you handle, how you market, how you do this, how you do that with it, all this, how you do classified, how you do all it. Also, it says in there, if you talk around classified information, and think about this, if you talk around classified information, let's say top secret, it was, that's the same crime as saying top secret. It doesn't make any difference if you
Right.
talk around it. So if you're on a project and it's deemed top secret when you were doing it, unless you got a piece of paper that says it's no longer classified and you can talk about it, the guy's making it up.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whether it's
And
for,
they're good at it
they're
too.
very good at it. Whether
Yeah.
it's, whether there's just plain, though I call them opportunists. That's what they are. Um, and they do the lecture circuit, the UFO stuff, and people just
Yes.
waste their money for it. They just waste it.
Oh, they buy these books and they
Oh,
believe all this stuff, and it's the
it's horrible.
misinformation and the disinformation. And let me tell you guys, you all know who these people are.
Yeah, everybody listening, they know.
They know.
They might
You
not
know.
know their name. Anyway,
You may not know they're the bad guys, but they're
yeah,
out
and
there. You
actually,
know.
and what it does is harm people like you, me, everybody else that's actually an experiencer, it harms us. It
Yeah,
harms us on us accounting our story or telling our story. And just like we were doing earlier, we were doing disclosure, by the way. We
that's
were
right.
talking,
That's
yeah,
right.
you know, this is the only place they're going to add, I've got to ask to do a disclosure with them. First thing I asked them is it classified or is it in a skiff somewhere, where we're going to talk about classified? And they go, not that Rendlesham's classified, it's been declassified. I got a piece of paper saying that, but they go, oh no, it's unclassified. Well, there's nothing there. It's a waste of time. There's nothing there. Because that's just, it's worthless information. Now, that stuff is pretty much all fact. Okay. Now we'll get into my theory. I also believe that there is a false flag operation being done by the government. Not all of it, certain sections or something like that, where they are purposely putting disinformation out. And it could be using them as a tool. Now,
Oh,
can I
yeah.
prove?
Using those people that we know that are embellished. When you see somebody make a lot of money with
Yeah.
their information, it's because, like I was saying earlier, they made it make sense. It's a story. It's a full story. Listen, when you see these things, when you're around these things, whatever they are, Midman, Bigfoot, UFO, lights in the sky, the ET, actually, whatever they may be, they don't make sense. All you can do is say, well, this happened and this happened and this was a behavior. You can see certain patterns of behaviors and activities, but they do not connect like us. And when you hear people like he and I go, oh, I don't know. I don't know what that
I
means. I don't know
know.
this or that because we don't know. We can't
That's
connect it. We
right.
can say maybe this, but we're still thinking from a human perspective and, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
trying to make sense of it.
Yeah,
But
and
we're not
this
them, not
a
us.
number of years ago. Remember, a number of years ago, there's they let the information out about there was a department at the Pentagon that monitor UAPs from foreign countries and stuff like that. I think they had a budget of 25 million or something like that. Not
Back
too big
then, that
of
was
a
probably pretty good, but back then, it
yeah.
was pretty good.
Yeah, and all right, and then you heard
I'd
people
take
that
it.
left that agency, got out. Now they're talking about classified stuff, right? How did they do that? They had to sign NDAs like I did, non-disclosure
Right,
agreement. I mean, I don't know. So I wonder about that. And
right.
they kept saying, "Well, this is coming. This is coming. This is coming." And all of a sudden, they keep moving that goalpost. And after about a month, all of a sudden, it's a couple years and 3 years and 4 years. You're still waiting for it. Okay, that tells me the only likely conclusion is they're probably opportunists or it's a false flag operation.
Yeah. What's the difference between disinformation and misinformation?
There is a difference, but I don't know the
I
definition. I
don't
think
either. I know there's a difference. I was really hoping you would know, man. Come
no,
on. Anybody's got
misinformation.
that answer.
I think it's correct me, anybody in the listening. Is
They
it
will. Oh, they
Yeah,
will.
is misinformation. Wouldn't that be you're talking about information, also you misquote it or something like that?
No,
And
it's not that specific.
no, it ain't. Okay, so all right, I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's like I think disinformation has more attitude to it. I don't know. Somebody hopefully
Uh,
will answer. If you see me looking over this way, I'm just looking at the live chat there to see if somebody's got an answer. Clandestine.
oh,
Clandestine.
oh,
Can you say it
Cla-
better?
uh,
That's it.
Clad,
That's it.
Clad,
Cl-
no, it's Clandestine.
Clandestine.
Yeah,
Clandestine.
yeah, we use that for
Clandestine.
we use that for work, uh, uh, actual doing physical harm or operation or something like that.
Well, that's how he
It's a
talked
it's a
about
it's a
ET. Yeah.
it's a military term, actually, pretty much.
Yeah. Man, somebody phonetically put that up there for us. Thank you. Oh, I don't hear
Palestine,
you. Oh, there
yeah,
you are. What? Say you almost did it.
Clandestine. I think it's
See, we're
Hey,
too
you know
much
what?
alike, though.
I got a
You and I.
mental block on it. I tell you what, you know what? I
Yeah.
used to write, defense plans and everything like that, and we always
Yeah.
wrote that.
Yeah.
Uh, I
Clandestine.
I think
Clandestine.
I probably can spell it though.
I know, me too. Somebody give an answer here. I'm looking in the live chat. Give an answer here.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
someone
AJ, AI Jane. Jane did it. She said, and it's clandestine.
can.
Clandest.
Yeah, I say
Cland.
Stein, but that don't mean it's right. Okay.
Is that Jewish or German? Stein, different things. So clandestine. Clandestine.
That's it.
Clandestine.
You said it right.
Clandestine.
That's right. Clandestine. That's it. Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
very much. You got it. Or
Yeah.
AI did, or Jane got it, or whoever.
Clandestine.
That's it. That's it.
Terry Fisher's in there. Hey, Terry.
That's it.
Terry's an experiencer too. Terry's gone through it all too. Everybody in here, I like that. I like where somebody said earlier, they said, we are disclosure. That's exactly right. We're the ones. We're the ones. Even, I can't hear you, Jim Daddy.
You can't.
Now I can.
Oh.
Are you doing that? Are you messing with me? Well, don't test it without doing anything.
No, I'm not doing nothing. Okay.
Were you like moving it?
No, I don't know. I could have. Well, I don't want to mess with anything. Okay, I don't. It had to be me. Yeah.
Okay, and don't mess with that wire either. Sorry, I had to. You know, you got to take advantage of that. Okay, so misinformation, disinformation. Somebody give us that one at one point. I know it's a fine line. Okay, so you, like me, okay, I witness stuff. I tell people I'm an idiot. I'm a fool. I'm nuts. I'm going against God. I'm a devil worshiper. You actually have a uniform on, and hey, you're treated a little special.
They do.
I know you don't agree. I know you agree with what I say on all that. No, you agree that it's different. It's different.
It's different.
You get treated better.
Yeah, I think they do that. I don't know what they think that military are all trained observers. They're not. I mean, you got to be trained in that. I mean, your AFSC, your Air Force Specialty Code, or your MOS, or whatever it is. It's got to be in that. I mean, I don't think a cook is a trained observer. Maybe on food, but not on maybe a guy that's refueling. Trucks, maybe he can spot bad fuel or something, but he's not a trained observer like for aerial phenomena or stuff like that. It brings up, I'm going to go back to that creepy hotspot. I hate doing that all the time, but
no, it's fine. People sign up. Trust me, it's going to be a great time.
Okay. You remember Brandon, that guy we met up there?
Yeah.
Well, his Air Force Specialty Code was he was a forward area controller. He is a professional aerial observer. He is an expert. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I was fascinated with
anything. By the way, yeah, he wasn't afraid of anything.
No.
He was tough, dude.
And and so when he was telling me stuff, he's seen this or seen that or out there, I'm like, okay, because
you believe him 1,000%.
I know that's what I felt.
But
going back to that question about the military, so if you don't have the particular job, I mean, pilots, yeah, they're good at aerial, phenomena. That's it. I mean, I just heard one today. A United Airline pilot says, "Man, we had a drone pass 100 feet underneath me down in Florida." And the air traffic controller said, "Okay, what did it look like?" He said, "About 3 feet," and looked around. That's it.
Wow.
The plane's going too fast. You know what I mean? He went by it, but he called it in. Apparently, there's another one in New Jersey or something happened.
Oh, wow. Okay.
These idiots are drones all over, but you got idiots flying them around airports. What? You know, get away from the. I mean, you end up, taking air and you go in an intake or something. Could take a plane down.
That's
What
right.
did
That's against the law to do that.
it is. It is. They're all restricted around them, and but they're going to find them. They'll find them. Everything's being observed. We have cameras everywhere, so they're going to
Yeah.
find them.
But,
Yeah.
these things do everything to, take down cameras. They just shut them off. To me, the bubble, the circle, what do you call it? Circle of influence? What? Oh,
Sphere,
sphere.
sphere of
I
the
can never get it. That's why I say bubble, you all. I
call
can't
a
get
bubble. Call a bubble.
a bubble.
I know what a bubble is. Okay,
And it's
all
not
right.
necessarily a bubble. It's just what surrounds
Right.
the atmosphere they put that they are in and they
Well,
create, and then we are in it. When we're in it, time stops.
like
We
at
don't grow. We don't feel
Rendlesham,
nothing.
that bubble only went out about 15 feet. I was the only
Mm,
one in it.
yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean that's as far as it can go. There's another case that someone sent me that was a couple football fields, at
Mhm.
least, that bubble, because of what they described to me. I went, oh, wow,
I
that's
think they
pretty.
can do the entire planet. I think they can, they can do whatever they want. But
I think so
but
too.
but I would think everybody was kind of in the bubble from what you said at Rendlesham because all the other men were s- scared. They were so afraid they couldn't move. No, no, no. They were frozen. They were stopped. Right? You had like how many men that were just stopped and they couldn't move anymore?
Two that I observed. But the good news is like other
Oh, it's two. I
vantage
thought there were more.
good, but the other vantage points, because there was probably 85, 90 guys working on both bases, security. We're not talking about all the civilians. We're not talking about all the other people that are awake or stuff. But
I got you.
those 85 cops, like Sergeant Hall, he was working a security alert team at Bentwaters, 3 miles away, and he actually seen the craft land to come down into the woods. I'm like, wow, this is before it was top secret. And it was like took them 2 days to make it top secret. I don't know.
Wow.
That's the brilliance of the Air Force. So, well, maybe we better classify this.
Definitely. I just wonder if it's because it was in the UK. Things are different because out there, we all grew up watching scary, scary things, and they were all had the British accent. It was all happening in London, in the UK, and all that. All the scary things we grew up with, what werewolves and Jack the Ripper, and any witchy stuff or anything. Or it wasn't Frankenstein. I don't know where Frankenstein was, but it just seems like everybody had a British accent, and it was always in the UK, all the scary, good, scary movies. Am I
See,
wrong?
you're wrong. You're not wrong. No, but one of the things about it, there's a lot of controversy that was going on at the time. I mean, just with the MOD and then us and the RAF, us meaning USAF. Um, First off, we're the only ones that responded. We're the only ones that seen it on radar. I mean, Broadsea did, which is like 5 miles away. That was a British RAF listing area. Heathrow was. They had it on radar. I mean, we had some, but the RAF never responded. No aircraft up. They were sleeping. They were asleep at the wheel. RAF didn't do it. We were actually made the response. And the other thing is, the MOD did not even come out there for like a week. As a matter of fact, the team from Langley came out before them. Before them, the team from Langley that came out and actually fenced off the area, took soil samples, did this and that, and all that other stuff. And uh, but the MOD and we did things not procedural as Air Force. At those bases that we should have been doing with the
You
MOD.
would have done here in the States, right? You would have done it here for
Oh, in
sure.
the states, it's just like we just set up a national defense area. Boom, guys can't go in there. We just
Yeah,
seal it off. I mean,
yeah. That's like what happens in Sedona all the time. Instantly, they'll shut off roads, and then you can't get up. into them, and there's always men in little white suits, is what I would hear from the locals. And
Yeah,
they're
those
just mad because they can't get up and meditate. So they're like, we know they're real, but you keep closing us up, and that's why we live here, so we can go up there to the vortexes and this and that. I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
hearing that.
yeah, we had a lot, even, like you're talking about, Nellis Air Force Base and the satellite bases, yeah, we have private security that, observes. You see them sitting on a hill or something. That's private security, Air Force contracted security. I had a chance to actually go and work for them when I got out of the Air Force. A friend of mine was a flight lieutenant or something there, and he said, "Yeah, come down here. Work 3 days on, 3 days off." And I don't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to do that stuff no more.
Yeah, I
And
get you.
yeah, but if they're like the team that came out from Langley at Bentwaters, when they flew in a C-141. They coned off the whole area. I mean, sealed it off with ropes, and they were wearing white suits. All of them had white coveralls on.
Let me ask you this. If what happened at the last creepy hotspot, the one you were at, if that happened and we were both in the Air Force together and we were out there and that happened, what would happen from there? Would that all be hidden? Would that all be top secret at this point? Would that all be like, we got to look into it? It's going to be a whole lot different situation, I would imagine, if you and I were out there and we're like checking out what's going on. We know there's some sort of weird activity. We got to go check it out. And if that stuff happened, what would happen differently? Because people like us in the real world, right? We're just dealing with it, and then we try to tell people, and they, ha 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 ha. And we're like, man, y'all don't understand. This is real. But what would happen if we were in the Air Force and we were there together and we reported that?
We wouldn't be alone. If we were dispatched out there, we wouldn't be alone. We'd have eyes in the sky. We'd have everything else.
Ah,
Yeah. In the area, if it was a landing, well, then they come out and set up a national defense area and cordon it off with ropes, and you'd never be able to get in there. I mean, and not
so with
until they
extraterrestrial type stuff is around us, it's not as big a deal as if it's an actual craft. Because you're the Air Force and it's about a craft, or it's harder to believe that there's things around you that are extraterrestrial alone without a ship or anything. Maybe the ship started to land over there. Maybe their house is right there. They don't need the ship.
well,
What do you think?
I don't know what to think of that one. Okay, because it depends on. There's a lot of depends on stuff there. Um,
Like if
I
it
mean,
were you that said it, would they go, "Oh, here he goes again. He had it in 1980 and now he's doing it again."
no,
I'm not sure
I
about that guy.
a more realistic scenario would be there was something flying out of Nellis test aircraft or something, or maybe a highly classified drone or something like that, and it crashed there. That would be totally different than just us being out there observing a landing. Okay, I mean, we'd set up a national defense area out there. We'd contain it, make sure there's no leakage. Maybe it's got hydrazine in it. A lot of aircraft do. Uh, Maybe they don't. Maybe it's radioactive. Who knows? I don't know what kind of power plant they have in those
Mm.
drones, and I don't know that. Um,
Well, I know something. I got something for you. Oh, I'm sorry. I go back from screen to screen so I can read the live chat a little bit. As I'm
mhm.
on one format, send it over to another one, so it's kind of a mess. All right, so we got uh, misinformation is false or inaccurate information that is shared without the intent to deceive. So misinformation
Uh,
is false or inaccurate information that is shared without the intent to deceive. Okay. So misinformation. All right. Okay. Oh, I didn't hear what you said, Jim. I said it wrong. And disinformation is false or misleading information that is deliberately created or spread to deceive people. Okay, that was the Dr. Mulder show. And here's Erica comes back, Blue Rock Cop comes back, and she says, and that's perfect, by the way. That's perfect. That's perfect information there. I like that. Erica comes back and says, misinformation or inaccurate information spread by mistake without the intent to deceive. Disinformation is false information deliberately created and spread to mislead, manipulate, or cause harm. Did y'all look that up, or do y'all all talk that special and wonderful? Like, man, or is that AI? I mean, that's
Yeah.
what it sounds good, but that makes sense. That I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
so it's definitely disinformation then, based on that description. And so disinformation is a false flag operation. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Their intent is to give out
yeah. And when you
bad
say false flag, right? You say what do you say? False flag.
It's an organized effort by maybe a compartment or part of the DoD or something like that
Or it doesn't always have to be military or something or government or anything like that. It could be disinformation from some single person, male or female, that's trying to make some books and trying to do this and that and whatever else.
Well, yeah, but
those are the worst kind.
I'm talking about the false flag, though. That would be that.
And that's what I was asking about.
But that's the government. That would be more of a government.
That would be government and military. False flag. Okay.
Yeah, it's their intelligence, the think tank or whatever has put this out because they're trying to look over here, not over here. That's what they're doing.
Okay, but either way, whether it's military, government, whatever, they're just as bad to give us disinformation to mess us up as the regular civilian that is trying to make $200,000 a year or a month or whatever, giving you a lie.
That's what I call an opportunist.
Okay. So false flag is military and government, and opportunist is a civilian, one of the people that we know.
Yeah, and they're opportunists, and it's usually disinformation. Oh, it might be based on some fact somewhere. I'll tell you right now, if I was, let's say, for example, let's say I was in a top secret program on craft retrieval.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, it's it's top secret, right?
What was that thought right there, Mr. Jim Daddy? What was that thought that you went around so you wouldn't say it? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just saw your eyes. I just saw your eyes.
And I start talking around it. If I talk around it and not say the classified information, that's still a violation of DoD 5200 ...
Right.
You're going to go same as talking about top secret information. The other thing, if I did that, let's say crash retrieval, oh man, you know how many people would be involved with that? Oh, the operation would be big. I mean, I would say at least 20, 30 people, 40 people, 50 people, maybe 100. And all of a sudden, if you can't produce one other witness, it's probably just not true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you had a lot of witnesses with yours. That's cool.
Well, that's true. And because, and plus you had physical stuff too. But the other thing about this, go back to the false information, not the false flag, but the false information being produced by, let's say, these disclosure things and that. I don't know if you looked at these, but some of them are just, they got that in the wrong file and they released it. It's just some blurb and just you can't tell what it is. I mean, the one about the flare, they had a radar flare, flaring done from the nose cam on this one picture. Everybody's going, oh, it's a certain kind of craft. And I went,
right.
Yeah. That's not what that is. It's because you don't know what you're looking at. That's what the problem is. Yeah.
That's where people like you're trained.
Well,
with that kind of stuff,
and I tell you, and believe me, I'm not the expert in that. And so I talked to an expert on that, former, retiree. Oh, he says he right away told me what it was. Oh, that's
Yeah.
yeah. He says, yeah, it happens sometimes. He says, it's like the radar is equivalent to camera flare. I went, oh, okay.
What do you think of the Phoenix lights? Did you think they were real? Because I knew Air Force people that said no, it was just flares, and I thought, how could flares be that perfect? So I don't. I thought it was real.
They
What do you?
weren't. They weren't. They're not flares. I know that.
Yeah, I agree.
I seen the video. I seen the video of it. They're not flares. I know what flares look like.
Was that?
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
tell you what, if it was a big mess up with the military, to me, it would have been a longer talked about incident than trying to just hide it and go off and into it. It seemed like, we'll just push it to the side, push it to the side. If it was a real military thing, they'd be like, yeah, I would think that they'd tell you.
I talked to Lynn. Well, what's her last name? She wrote a book on.
KT. I love her to the Kite KT.
I
I
can't
can
remember.
never say her last name. She always has to tell me.
Yeah, she's a wonderful person. I
Very
think she's
nice.
a former doctor.
Doctor. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, real doctor. I mean,
Yeah.
not a
Right.
PhD.
Right.
And oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, folks, for saying that. I mean, I'm
She's got
talking
a
to medical
PhD,
doctor.
doesn't she?
I think she's a medical doctor, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
As opposed to
And
what?
and
As opposed to what? I missed out on that. Okay.
well,
Go
I
ahead.
don't know, people with PhDs, I don't know, they like the title,
Oh, I
you know.
gotcha.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess. Um,
Dr. Lynn
and
Cattell. Yeah.
yeah,
Something.
and she,
Yeah.
yeah, and I talked to her extensively over the years, many times at
Great lady.
events, and I got to talk to some of the witnesses there, and of course, James Fox is working on it too, and so I got to see some nice. That's probably stuff that's been released. I mean, the video stuff of it. And, no, I know what an aircraft flare. We use them. Yeah, that's to light up the ground and stuff like that. And they have little parachutes on them. Yeah, but that's not what happened there.
That's
Okay,
right.
I know. It's just like
Agreed.
Rendlesham.
Agreed.
I can tell you pretty much what it wasn't at Rendlesham. Always, no problem. I can tell you that the Phoenix Lake. I can tell you what it wasn't. It wasn't flares. Okay,
Do you
flares
think it
is
wasn't real? Was it real and extraterrestrial in your mind? In your opinion? What you know?
I don't know what it was. I know, it's not it's like we don't normally have aircraft like that flying over, you know,
A city.
big cities, like
Phoenix.
I mean, that's so rare. I mean, I've never even heard of it before, okay? Um, no. It's just that there's just too it's unknown, right? That's the way I'd put it,
Yeah.
right? It's unknown. I would like to know what it was. Even then, she don't know what it was either, but it
Right.
happened, you know.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's her
So
thing, man. Yeah, that's even Stevensville was really cool stuff too. Because what I liked about Stevensville, just going back to Stevensville, which stuff still happens there, they say, and I believe all that for sure. But because some areas they're just there, they got something going on. There's a little project of some sort happening.
they chased that. They chased that though.
The Stevensville one
They sent aircraft up and chased it. That's what they
was
did. They
Stevensville. That
Yeah,
one.
they were. I tell you what,
Okay.
I was on it's a Larry King show. I went into Chicago to the studio and I was there, and they had me on for a few minutes. And there's about Stevensville. Fox was talking about it. Some reporter that covered it down there. She's dead now. I can't think of her name, Angela something. And so I was a guest on that. And yeah, it had a response. Military definitely responded to it. They couldn't keep up with it. I mean, it was gone. I mean,
Well, one of the things that there's a lot that happened there, and one of the things that really snagged me was some farmer had all the feed kept going away for his deer and whatever else he had that would had all this feed set out, those feeders. I'm not a farmer, but there's a lot that's all farming area, right? If I remember correctly. But something kept eating all the food, so they put a camera up. And you know what? I'm surprised because sometimes camera stuff works, and other times it just cuts it off, and other times you see nothing because it knows there's a
Yeah.
camera there. So you never know what's going to happen. But at one point, so he's got a camera on it to see who's eating it, who's taking the food. And at one point, you see a beam of light moving around, and a real like beam of light. It was, it didn't touch the ground. Ours should have touched the ground. Ours touches the ground. Why is this? It's not. It's stopping. It stops before it hits the ground, and it was doing all these other different things. And I just was so enthusiastic about that because I thought, oh my gosh, that's a beam of light. We're looking at a beam of light. Oh my gosh, this is a beam of light. And I thought, I'm so happy I saw that piece of footage because I'll never see that again. But that was one of the first things I saw up in where we go for the creepy hotspots, a beam of light. And that beam of light was on other people. I saw it go from one beam of light with two people in a tent, turn off. And the next thing it did is it turned on the next tent over. And then it turned off. It was on me. And then it was heading over to Mike. That's all I remember. Oh no, it's going to Mike now. I'm frozen in there. I'm seeing this beam of light, and then I'm seeing it from the inside. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you this at one point because I'm like, it's dim. When you're in it, it's dim. When you're looking at it from the outside, it's really bright. Hollywood has nailed it. And that's one of the times you were like, I think that's when you noticed, oh, it's a dim light. It is a dim light. It's a yellowish light. It looked like the light we had in our pantry growing up. But it didn't move. The spotlight, the beam of light did not move. It went,
Yeah.
it didn't move left or right. It knew exactly where it was going to go. And that's what it did. It's crazy. It's like, I couldn't believe it. That's the coolest thing in the world to see, by the way, I think, because it's like, there it is. There it is right in front of me. There's a beam of light on somebody, and now here it comes back to me again. And it makes you feel good. You're all happy, happy, joy, joy. It's crazy whatever they do to us.
Yeah, you
But
notice when the bona fide cases that get out that they can't explain, they never go away. They don't debunk them. They can't.
yeah,
That in Stephenville seems to be one of
Stevensville.
those.
Yeah, yeah. And this area where we go is really interesting, man. You got a lot more to see for sure, and a lot more things to happen. Okay, so I know it's at the end of the hour or the 90 minutes that we were going to do this. I think I'm just going a little longer so you guys have a good idea of this is what Jim and I plan to do in the future, is talk like this. We're the real people. Finally get the real people. And we didn't pull this together until I didn't know he was taken. I didn't even know he touched the craft. I just know this happened in the UK. That's all I knew when I very first met you in the first place. And I didn't know that all this touching and the Penniston code and all this other stuff happened because it's hard for you to tell your entire story in one setting of a radio show. It doesn't matter if I have you on 4 hours on Coast or not. It's too much information. And your book is War and Peace to me. It's like 800,000 pages.
Well, the audiobook
It's
is
too much.
the
It's
audio.
41 hours.
Yeah, 41 and some hours.
Oh
Pretty
my
much.
gosh.
I mean, if you're going across the United States on a trip, yeah, put it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
Woo!
I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot of hours.
I do
You
have
know.
the link below if you all want to get his book or the audio. But I want to hear it. I want every bit of the book because the things that I have read, amazing. I mean, you let me read some stuff before you put that out, and you were like, "Check out this chapter," and you got me right there, man. You took me there, but then you left me hanging. You said, "I'll give you some more later." I don't know if you ever did or not. I think you might have maybe twice or three times or something. But I was just like, give me more. This is great. And what's bad is there's been so many books written against your stuff. I mean, where it's all made up or something. What's that about? Why do they need to make up anything to your story that's already crazy enough?
Oh no, or even worse, the event was sensational for me, and they tried to sensationalize it. What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Sensationalize this event? Don't do that. Don't do
Mhm.
that. No, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Stick to the facts. Stick to the facts. If you don't know them, then say you don't know.
Yeah,
You
that's right.
know.
Don't make something up and then everybody reads it and thinks this is what happened. 'Cause that's what happened with me. I was like, "Didn't this happen or this happen?" You're like, "No, you knew exactly where I got that information."
We have some witnesses are talking even about the Rendlesham. They're talking about, well, it's a government project. It could be this. It could be another thing. And they could have been testing. What? What in the world are they talking about? Why
I
would they
don't
say
know.
that?
Because they're
Uh,
thinking human. They want a story. They want to get something out. They're thinking not like they're the people that think like that, this is all me. They think that way because they're still thinking as a human. They've never ever seen anything in their life. There's a lot of people out there that have written books, have created this, have created that, and they've never seen a thing. And there's a lot of people following them and they've never seen a thing. And I appreciate
well,
if they do say, I've never seen anything. Here's just my theories and thoughts and what I put together from what everybody said. But they don't.
well, you got a really good.
Some do.
You had a good when you're. I don't know, I call you a co-host. You were being interviewed, but with Gary Anderson.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
he was like he had one thing happen on with we said with the thump in the car and stuff like that. But it was like
yeah.
the rest of it. I was like, yeah. And by the way, thank you for reconnecting me with Gary Anderson. I hadn't talked to him, I don't think, in about 15 years. The last time
He's
I did a
great.
show.
He's great.
Oh, you guys are wonderful. I really enjoyed that. Of course, I'm fans of both of you. It was really
Thanks.
nice. Well, it
Thanks.
was really nice. No, I mean, it was nice to see two radio professionals up there talking, and especially you put your element into it with disclosure, your disclosure. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's
Well,
start calling. Let's start calling it that because that's what it is.
what, every time we tell something that happened with us, you mean?
Or anybody else that's even in Blue Rock Talk, they're telling
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
experience. I want to
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah.
That's disclosure,
Right.
and
You're
who
right.
knows?
You're yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right about who knows what. Who knows what. Guilt, 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 guilt. No, you don't remember. It's okay. You don't remember. You were about to say something big, man, and I lost it. I made you lose it. But you're right. You're right. When you're telling a story, an account. I don't even like to say story at that point because people will go, "Oh, it's a story." When you tell your
Yeah.
account, your experience, you are disclosing. You're right, and that's how it is across the board. We're all disclosing. We were saying that earlier. It's in the chat as well from people, but um, I was, I was. It was interesting when you and I were first talking about going to a creepy hotspot to get you to go. I was like, I was all about, come on, Jim, you haven't had anything since 1980. Come on, man, go with me. I think it'll be so fun to see you having another experience again, right? That's what I said. I want you to have another experience and I want to have the camera on your face when you do. Didn't have the camera on the face, but we can see it here when you talk about it. But you kept mentioning contact, contact. And I was just like, what is this big word contact? Because I'm used to Close Encounters and ET and all this stuff in the 80s that we all watched. I'm like, contact, contact. And I think there was a Jodie Foster one, right? Contact or something. So I'm thinking, wow. But then you had said, no, you have contact. You're communicating, you're connecting, oh, that's right. It is contact. It is communication. Hey, listen, by the way, we don't go searching. If you're with me on a creepy hotspot, we're not searching out in the woods and hunting and, just they're watching you. They're in the tree line. If they like you, if they're going to be there with you, listen, they're going to be in the tree line and watch you all day. And then they're going to come up at night. So that's why you go in when it gets dark, unless you do a campfire for a long time. But bam, when you do a campfire for a long time, you hear them all over. And it's one thing if it's just you by yourself. It's another thing if it's just two of you. The more, the merrier when it comes to sitting around a campfire late at night out there, because it's blacker than black. And then that's the mitten people at that point. But you had mentioned that was contact. And I thought, it is contact, isn't it? I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking, I guess the whole world knows at that point, flies down, the whole world knows. But
Uh,
no, we're getting contact that whole time. We had it and we didn't know it. We didn't know what they did to us. We had something enter our vehicle, and then when it left, left a window open and a door open, and
yeah.
I believe that was a mitten people, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind.
Well, I don't know about all the names. You have names for all these things, but I call them
Yeah.
yeah, their intelligence. It's an intelligence, and not the same intelligence. There's more than one. I know that part.
Oh yeah. Oh
I could
yeah.
feel
Yeah.
that. And you really,
Yeah.
fine. You can call them whatever you want. It's fine. It's just like, uh, if you
Their
want to
hands look like
call,
mittens.
yeah, okay.
That's
Well,
the only distinctive look.
yeah, and it's fine. That's all
Skinny,
fine, but
rounded heads.
I think just too. I gotta have them. The communication would have to be here. Here's what I am. They have to. I know it's messed up. Okay, they got to tell me what they are. Tell me what
Oh,
they
okay. Well, keep
are.
that in mind for the next one. I'll literally ask them, and you can literally ask them because it's all
Yeah.
about telepathy. They're going to hear what you say, and they'll hear what I say, and you know what? They've always respected it. I want to see you, but I don't want to see your eyes, so they let me see it without the eyes for like a long period of time. It's really cool. I want to see you, your whole body in the day, and don't be too close because it's still intimidating for me. And then one comes out of nowhere and scales up the mountain in the Rockies for me, and I'm like, so they do listen and respect. But going back to tonight's really core theme, which we hit all the way across, it's just we want you to know that this is disclosure from witnesses. Basically, witnesses are the beginning of disclosure, right? When they actually, experiencers are witnesses too. Military witnesses have a little bit more to carry. It's not just a lot more weight, but also a burden because you had to deal with, I guess, duties and rules and consequences attached to everything that you saw. That's why some people in the military say they never say anything at all. Then we have
Right.
this stigma about be quiet about it. Don't say anything because you're
Yeah.
going to get mocked and dismissed and labeled crazy. So it's not really what is it, but what did it do to the person who witnessed it? What happened to that person, whether they said something or not? What did that witness have to deal with? And that's where people are not, you should be concerned about that. There's public witnesses that tell, there's private ones that don't. And, but disclosure from the witness side is a human disclosure, just like you're saying. And you went through a lot. I've gone through a lot myself, but you have it where like people want to talk to you and go, "Hey, Jesse Marcel Jr. of Roswell, little Jesse. I love Jesse. Did you know Jesse Marcel Jr.?"
Not like that. No,
No,
no.
you didn't know. Okay, great guy, great guy. He was like us. At least that's what I picked up from it. He had, he was 11 years old at the time. His dad brings home some stuff and said, "Here you go. You're never going to see this again. Take a look at it." He used to build models at the time. So he grabbed the cool purple color because he's a kid. "Oh, there's purple. I like, give me that purpley kind of shiny kind of thing." And he's looking at it like balsa. He's like, "It's always like balsa wood, like the models I make. Oh, look at these hieroglyphics on here." And he remembered some of them and that kind of thing. But he would say to me, "Connie, all these people come up to me and they want a new story. They want me to add something." He goes, "I can't add anything. This is just all it was. This is all I got. This is all I got." And I appreciated that so much. And whether it was this or that or not this or not that, he told his story of
Right.
what his dad brought home and said, "You'll never see this again." Do you think Roswell happened? Was that real?
I I don't know. I really don't know.
Je ne
Uh,
sais pas.
I believe Jesse when he says, I believe him. I don't think he made it up. No, I
No,
don't.
no. Yeah. That's the only
But
one I got to talk to. So
yeah, I mean, but everything I ever heard about Roswell is all hearsay. I don't. I don't know anything for. I even bought a book recently, a few months back, 5 months back, on Ros. I refreshed my mind on. Well, okay, but I went nothing new here.
Yeah.
It's
And
same
is there
stuff.
anybody, not too many people around still from Roswell?
Well, I think that's the problem. And the people writing the book, I'm not going to say who it was. People writing the books, they they had no experience with them. I mean, they're
Yeah.
writing a book. Yeah, there's a person we both know that wrote a book, and it was just like 20 or 15 witnesses wrote their little portion, and that person put this book out. You know, you know what I'm
Genius.
saying?
Genius, by the way. Genius. When you sell
But
that many books.
yeah,
Genius.
yeah.
You just need to do it, Jim. You need to do that instead.
Uh,
Oh, you're thinking about it. Nothing wrong with it, but I understand. Um, so from a witness standpoint, those are the things you basically have to deal with. And the biggest thing is that I just gave a kind of a list of. The biggest thing is dealing with it. When you see it, and then you whether you tell it or don't, but let's say you tell it, then you get mocked, dismissed, whatever.
all that.
You still have to deal with it,
Yeah.
and that's what's tough, the trauma of it. Because listen, I know there's a lot of people that say this is all good, they're all positive, they're all loving, they came and hugged me. I don't know those experiences. Okay. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I don't know those experiences. Those aren't the ones around me at all. Not at all. But it has introduced me to the Bigfoot and the other things too by
Well,
going out
also,
and seeing stuff.
Connie, there's people that have contact and they don't remember it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how many people that is. That's a
That's a
whole nother.
lot.
That's
Yeah.
another.
I think
That's
it's a
another.
lot.
It's a lot. It's
Yeah.
a.
I think it's a lot. I don't think it's a
Yeah,
little. I think it's a lot
yeah.
more than we ever. It could possibly be absolutely everybody on the planet.
It's it. It's possible. I mean,
It's
it
very
really is.
possible.
Yeah.
Yep, and there's some of us know better than the other for whatever reason. We know more or have seen more or remember more or care enough to figure out what's going on with us. What's going on? Why doesn't anything fit together here? And then when you start learning, you're like, that's why. That's why. That's why this. That's why this. When you first realized that UFO was not normal, or what you were looking at was not normal, what changed in you immediately? When did it happen that you went, this is not normal? And then what happened inside you immediately?
Of course, I was working, so I went from a security response option checklist to for downed aircraft. I thought it was a threat. That's the first thought. And I called in a helping hand situation, a possible hostile threat outside the base. And but I had that before I went into that sphere, that bubble. That was the feeling. When I got up next to the craft, I didn't have any fear.
Yeah.
I didn't.
There, you don't have anything. It's like they turn off the fear, the temperature, the time. Everything's different. Everything's different. Man,
True.
Jim, they wanted you. You were like, do you feel like at one point it was just in the destination of that time, that date, that year, what at that exact time, that's what was going to happen no matter what with you? I mean, you got to kind of think that.
Well, the evidence in the with the code and Gary's new book actually proves that. He proves it by, first of all, we didn't have certain technology till 2018 to determine that it had to be that day, that minute, that with the tectonic plating in the earth. And I'm not an expert on it, but Gary Osborne goes into that with his book. And I had the opportunity to read, I don't know, 50, 60 pages of it. All I know
Yeah.
is that I'm going to be reading the whole book. Matter of fact, he told me he's going to send me the full manuscript, so I'm going to
And
read it.
did you ask him for the audio?
Hopefully he does have an audio when it
Yeah,
goes
then you
out.
can walk and listen to that, right?
I'd rather that. I'd rather have that. Yeah, it's a lot easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, all right. So, this is what we plan to do on Connie Willis Live. We're going to do stuff like this, talk like this, and take questions and stuff. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow night. We'll do the Q&A, and then you can ask us everything that you want to ask us, and I'll be more intent on the live chat. I always have good live chats. I got good people. All my people that are anywhere with me, that they do anything with me, shows, follow me around and everything, Blue Rockers and cadets and people that do the creepy hotspots. Man, it's great. We have fun, and everybody sticks around, and supports everybody. And it's great. So we always have good live chats. I know some people don't have it at all, or they have mean, nasty people. And usually our people will say, "Hey, you're nasty. Okay, you're out," or they'll let them know that they're wrong or whatever too. That stuff happens. But so let me ask you a couple of quick ones. Though we should go. You still good? Let me ask a couple quick ones. As a military witness, did you feel more protected or trapped from the event?
Damn. Protected.
See, that would be nice, because I don't ever get that. I'll say it on Coast and go, let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see what I read tomorrow. So you felt protected, and I would think you would, the different things that you've told me and I've learned along the way. What do you think people, what do people, let's see, what do people that misunderstand about being a witness, what do people misunderstand about being a witness with something that huge? Because yours was huge. That was cool. I don't know anybody else that has touched one. I think Lazar talked about it, but that was landing. Yours was hot, live, real, and zoomed in and zoomed out. And you're like, yeah. And it took you, and it gave you all these ones and zeros in your head. And I think that's one of the reasons, too, that you have that photographic memory. You remember stuff, too. They gave it to you for sure, but that's one of the abilities that you have.
Yeah.
That's a big ability.
Witnesses can be, you say, well, let's say you're with 3 other people, and witnesses can have different accounting. Not about 98% is always the same. Okay, but let's say that you witness a robbery, and the suspect ran out, and I go, he's wearing a red shirt, and the next witness says, I think it was blue. I mean, there are some variables like that happen
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
eyewitnesses.
Yeah.
But when you're dealing with this phenomena, I don't think it really applies. I don't think we have a choice on what's going on at all. Okay, I really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be beside me and see nothing, or you might see more than I'm seeing. I don't know. It's just,
Well,
it's
aren't you
really not.
colorblind? Are you colorblind?
I have issues. Yes.
Yeah, because I remember asking about something, and you kept, I don't know, it was either right or wrong, or something was not right. And then I was like, and I think you might have said it, or I said it, but I think you might have said, well, I'm colorblind. I'm like, well, then don't answer it. You have no idea what I just asked you. You have no clue. Don't answer it. That was funny.
Okay.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious, whatever it was. Because I was like, so I really wanted to know something. And then you were like, well, I'm colorblind anyway. What?
Well, I
You go
mess up
ask the
shades.
chipmunk over here.
Yeah, I mess up shades and different.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
that
It's just.
matters,
Well, I'm good to go with red lights,
Good. So
green
you'll see
light,
the red
yellow
spark.
light.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. So tomorrow night we'll come back, same bat time, same all that stuff. 5 p.m. Mountain for me. So 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. Pacific, right? I got all that right. And what else? You guys, please subscribe. Please share this with other people. That's the only way I can keep this going so that I can get the ads again and build it up again so that I can do all that stuff because I just let it kind of rot here. So, but you having a good time? You do good, Jim Daddy? You all right? You good?
Good. I didn't know if I could make it through this.
You always say that, and then you wish we could talk more. That's why I talk more, because it was started coming out of you, just flap, 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 flap. What's
there
this?
Is more.
Jim? Yeah, he always seems quiet, and you are. There's times you'll just sit and observe. You won't say a word, and then boom, all this info comes out of you. It's amazing. So if you do want to go to the creepy hotspot, that's going to be happening July 10th is when that's going to start. It goes for like 11 days total because we talk about the history and prep of it. Then we get out there, we go. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. The night before, we go get ribs at a Hillstone, and everybody's got to have ribs. It's just the way it is. Everybody that's come in, we've gotten ribs and bourbon or something like that. Then the next day, we get the vehicle, we load it up because we're renting it. If any of you all can afford one of the ones that I'm looking for that would take care of us forever with the research, talk to me. That'd be great because we definitely need that. Jim and I are doing those things and plan to do a lot of them along the way and share it with you, and also do some of our own little, exploring around some beautiful states that are out this way. But yeah, if you know anything like that, let us know. But we go out on 4 days, 3 nights, and we are there and we tell you what's going on. And the people in the live chat, which would be you if you went to it, you'll enjoy it. You'll have a ball in the live chat. People in there have abilities. They're saying this is happening. This is what they see too. And it usually matches right on. It usually matches right on. It's very interesting. So we all are in this together. We're all in it. We all are, wanting to know more. And we're all very serious people. We're not the embellishers. And that's what we're going to be standing up with, Jim and I. It's going to be, look, we're going to talk about our experiences. And our plan is, and I hope we can still do this, we're going to play Jim's regression right here in front of you guys. And we're going to stop and start like with the tape and go, okay, tell me about that. We're going to talk about it for the first time together. That's why I haven't watched it or listened to it or anything, because we're going to save it live. And it might end up, how long was the regression? 45 minutes or an hour? Or?
2-hour sessions.
2-hour. Okay. So I don't care if it's a part 13 series. I don't care. We want to take our time and listen and really compare notes or thoughts or theories. And that's the plan of attack here that we want to start out with. There's other things too we want to do, and that is like, you got a story. We know you got a story and encounter. It'd be fun to bring you up and let's talk about that. What is it? Don't tell me your stories ahead of time. Tell me you got something and it's worthy. We'll get somebody else to vet you on it. But we want to hear it and say, basically, what's your story? And that's what I'm going to call it. What's your story? It's going to be Connie Live. But some days are going to be Q&A. Some days will be what's your story. And some days, your regression. And if I find mine from David Jacobs, man, that'd be great. I hope I find them. They're on a little micro cassette. And then we got to try to make sure we can get it off the cassette before it tears or breaks, right? So how does that sound? That still sound good to you, Jim Daddy?
It does. It does. Yeah.
I know, it's good stuff. So this is what we've been thinking about. This is why he's got one more interview, basically just Rendlesham. You all have heard it since 1980. Or actually, you all didn't say anything for a while, and then you came out with everything, right? Like you all shut up for a while. You didn't bring it up, right?
Well, I couldn't while I was in the Air Force for 13 years. Yeah.
Right. Okay. 13 years. Okay. That was it. Yeah. There was nothing said then. And, I've seen people write, well, why didn't he do anything with that code in between? and holding off on some other things. It's like you have no idea. People don't know the trauma that goes into this kind of stuff, the things that rotate in your head. They don't know what you deal with because, like you have said, look, Rendlesham, to me, this is what you said. To me, Rendlesham happened yesterday.
Yeah.
How about the creepy hotspot? When did that happen? Is it still in your mind as yesterday?
Yeah.
You tell me, is it?
Yeah. I remember more as time goes by.
Yeah. And you always will. You always will. You always will. When I look back at 11 years old and I was sitting up in my bunk bed at the bottom and I knew I was about to be taken again, I was like, uh-oh, here we go again. It was just instantly familiar. But at one point, too, something walked into the room that looked similar to the Mitten Man. Oh, my gosh. I remembered that later. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I remember that. There was something that looked similar to what I'm seeing now. It was darker than dark. It was blacker than black. Anyway, doesn't mean it's the same thing, but it laid on top of me and I felt the weight and it was like crazy. So I remember more each time. Why are you blinking? You doing code over there? There's a Penniston code. See, I can't do it.
I need eye drops. I need eye
Oh,
drops. The lights
man.
actually are a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to complain about my eyes when you had that done today.
Oh, man. Oh,
you
it
know,
hurts so bad right now. I'm not trying to
yeah.
be cool. It just is. No, it's I had a needle in the eye today. So I must not I must have told a story because what is it? Stick a needle, pinch poke, you owe me a Coke. Da da da, stick a needle in your eye. What is that one?
Oh, I can't remember that.
Yeah. If you don't keep that your word, then you got to stick a needle in your eye or something like that when we were kids. But Jim has never been a kid. He came out looking just like that, and he's been that way forever. That's just what he does. That's how he looks. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody that showed up here. A lot of new names. Please subscribe. Pass it on to other people so it'll grow quicker. So I don't always have to say subscribe and like it. Don't you hate that? I hate that. That's one of the things I don't have to say that on Coast. Please subscribe and hit like. Thank goodness. Oh, I thought you were saying something else. I was looking at another screen. That's why. Let me just check real quick to see if anybody's got something they want to say to you here. We got Rockin' Robin in here. So glad to see a live show. Missed y'all. There's Rockin' Robin. You remember Rockin' Robin. She's in the show. She can pick this up. She can't pick up our stuff.
Oh.
So she said, oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, it went away. But she was saying it's nice to see y'all again, everything like that. So good to hear from you. She's like me. She writes like she talks. That's the way that missed y'all exactly. So everybody's going, yay, Robin, yay. Let me just see if there's anything else. Poke a tiger in the eye. Walt's got that. Walt is so excited about going on the creepy hotspot. Did you say something? Okay, you're just blanking. I feel like you're trying to tell me something. Morse code coming out of you. You don't even know. It's the ET. They've taken you over, man. You're blinking your eyes.
I need eye drops.
I know. Me too. So do I. So thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I'll let you go so that you can take care of your eyes. Okay. Any last words, Jim Daddy?
Take care of your eyes too. No, I think, as you know, I'm looking forward to the next show because it's Q&A
tomorrow night.
Yeah, I love, how much I love Q&A. I love
it as much as me. Y'all, we're like the same. We're like on the same ship or something, or like
I don't know. I don't know who loves Q&A more, you or me. I don't know.
It's
I don't
always the
know.
same perspective and view, and the exact
I
same. I
don't
think it's equal. I think it's equal
I do too. I do too. Uh, I think that's why we, actually get along so well.
because we like Q&A or because
That's
we're like
well,
in
no,
every
no,
other way.
in a lot of other ways, okay? I don't know, not just
That's why I
Q&A.
really, really like you because
Not
Q&A.
just no, not just Q&A. No, no,
This is
no.
Jim talking. I'm talking like Jim. He's got that low voice. There's sometimes it's like this, and other times it's got real force behind it.
There's I don't know.
You got
There's
different
no
ways.
force.
I
There's no
know.
force tonight.
It, it's not. I don't mean like that. You got different sounds. It's hilarious. I listen to it. I kind of imitate it along the way. You've heard it. Do that. Okay, so just real quick. Okay, everybody's just saying goodbye and hello and Jim Daddy, and everybody's saying Jim Daddy. All right with the world. All right, okay. I can't read because my eye. So hey, Jim Daddy, tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, 7
Okay.
p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. All good.
Yeah, all
We're
good.
Okay, we're gonna do Q&A or open conversation.
Okay.
Either or. What do you
Either
like
or.
better? Yeah, is okay. What's
Yeah, it's
what's
okay.
what's for dinner tonight, Jim Daddy?
I don't know, but I need to eat too. I don't
I
have a
know. I'm
clue.
with you. I'm
Oh,
with
I
you.
don't know.
Hey, I
It
get
could,
some.
it could be just, what is it, Grubhub or something like that.
Oh yeah, that works.
Oh, I shouldn't they should
They
sponsor
should be
this.
paying me for that. Right?
That's
Exactly.
right, that's right.
Yeah. Wait till you get a deal, okay?
Okay,
We'll give them a freebie on that one. We have so many people right now, so yeah, help us grow here. All right, Jim Daddy, I'll let you go. You got to go.
okay. All the best.
All right, bye. Thank you. See you tomorrow night.
Yeah, just
I don't remember
tomorrow
how to
night.
turn you off. Okay, so you might have to. There you go. Oh, he knew how to do that real quick, didn't he? So thank everybody. The glasses are because I had a needle in the eye today, and it hurts really bad. The numbness went away. And if you think it sounds horrible and horrific to have a needle in your eye, it the way it sounds is exactly the way it is. It's awful. It's a horrible, horrible thing. You feel the denseness of your eye, and you just can't wait till it's over. But you need that medication too. So that's what I get to do, and I have really bright lights on, so that's why. Billy Joel to me today. I could maybe do some other things, but I won't do that. Uh, all right, you guys. Tomorrow night we'll do this again. Connie Live. We're going to be doing Q&A. We have a ball doing that. So anything on disclosure that you want to ask, and the thing is, disclosure is so small to those of us that are real and have experienced it. So when some of you have never experienced it before and you're wanting to learn more, trust me, you don't need to know any more than that if you're talking to people like us that have dealt with this. Because if you are taken, you immediately know who's got the power, whose project it is, and how much they want to keep it a secret. So the day will come when they talk about it. Well, the day will come when it is seen, and that's when they decide. They're not going to stand up with Trump or anybody else and say, hey, here we go, or Elon, and go, here we are. How's it going? It's not going to be that way. They're going to carry out whatever their plan is. They don't care about us. Now, listen, I am talking about a specific group, a Pacific hybridization project, and other entities similar that are here with projects and stuff. I know there are some people out there that are going to cuss and yell at me and scream because you have different ET around you and they act differently. I believe you. I'm not in that. So I'm just telling from my perspective and the ones around me and the ones that I've found and studied and researched and stuff like that, the things around me. Okay. You have something different. I'm not saying yours are not there. I'm saying I don't have that, so I don't know. So you can tell us all about it, right? You can do that. I'm tearing and everything because my eyes. So I'm sorry. I'm like, it hurts so bad. But I just want you guys to know that. I know there's other different ones, different looking ones, different this stuff, different that. Somebody I saw the other day said they all look human. They all look human. And that was some people that were taken and they saw nothing but human looking things around them. Okay. I haven't experienced that myself. So that's it. Unless you're a hybrid, then it's a whole different thing. I've experienced that. All right. That's it. Thanks for being here. I'm going to see if I can't turn this off. Connie Live. Hit like, hit subscribe, share it, turn it on, let it run, let it ride. Let's grow this together. I appreciate that. It's so good. I just always love to talk to you guys. It's hard for me to say good night, and a lot of y'all know that. So, Gumby, the one and only. All right, all right. I'll keep doing them, but pass it on for people to subscribe. Please share it. All right, everybody, have a good night. Tomorrow night we will be back, and I'm excited about that. All right, let me see how I turn it off. I don't remember all these things. I'm a little off on this. If you want to sign up for the Creepy Hotspot, ConnieWillis.com. ConnieWillis.com. Go there. You'll see all my courses. You'll see all my classes. You'll see the Creepy Hotspot. And if you sign up now, you're going to get a really nice discount. And you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Hey, I used to do these for free. I can't afford it anymore. I need to, it's a business. I got to run it right. I have yet to, profit because it costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to do these things, you guys. So that's why there's a fee, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's amazing, especially with Jim, Walt, myself going. It's going to be this next one coming up. It's going to be pretty cool. Bye. I'll shut up. I just got to shut up. Okay, let me figure out how to turn this off here. Okay. Bye. Good night, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow night. Thanks, Jim Penniston.